First thing I noticed was Alex with the shock glider, so I believe he will be bagging for Team Germany. And we see Phil starting in 7th place, which is kind of unfortunate because you want him to be up there in the starting spot so he can establish his front run as we're loading into this
Yeah, it's taking a
race
long
right
time.
here. But we should be set to go. Germany versus El Salvador right now.
All right, 1-3-4 for Team Germany is pretty good. This is what Germany needs to have for Paris Promenade. Oh, we do
that's
see
an
snipe.
unfortunate hit out. Yeah.
So now so 1-3 for El Salvador. So won't be able to have a big catch up in this time now.
And
A bit of lag.
yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get fixed. But ooh, a heart right now for Philish right now. His teammate not in 8th though, so he has to be very careful. Ooh, there might be a shot.
Yeah, could be a shock happening. Very good red from Philish. We have 1-3-5 for Team Germany.
So I would expect the heart to come out a little bit sometime soon, right?
Yeah, because the hearts, I think if you were to last like right here, it's probably gonna last for the entire race. So don't see it ever being lost here and out unless he gets hit.
He has a green here. Let's see if he will try to get a snipe out. Unfortunately, the guy in 2nd is very, very far away. He'll just throw it away.
He'll probably be Ooh, that's a great green actually. I think a rebound.
Yeah, that was kind of close.
And 4th place ended up getting taken back from El Salvador. Gotta watch out. Probably going to be holding this red so he doesn't get double redded out of this box.
The back bump and the shock.
That's a shock from El Salvador. That was White Yoshi that got that
Freezer dodges as well.
Oh, and
He takes it in manual. That's a 2-3-4.
Still 2-3-4, despite a shock from El Salvador.
The double bombs!
2 bombs. Unfortunately, it comes after the line, so still, it's going to be a 2-3-4 for Germany. Easy, or it's going to be pretty easy beginning for them. So, yeah.
Good job for Freezer, actually, for predicting the shock. Kind of dodging it insanely well and predicting it and getting himself 3rd and hitting out Emmanuel as well. I believe we got 5th. So 2-3-4-7 or 2-3-4-8, I believe, for Germany. And that's a very solid start.
Yeah, it's very solid.
And we're going to GBA Belgian Castles 1 hour. Notorious. Yeah. I believe only 2 sets. Well,
yeah,
2 sets, but you can skip one of them, right?
That's actually from 1T. You can skip on 1T. For 1R, it's sort of the same situation. It's a very short track with only 2 sets. Both teams might not be bagging this race. So, again, while yes, that was a +3 for Germany last race, this doesn't mean a lot, especially when GBA Bowser's Castle could easily get Germany have like a bottom 2 or bottom 3, which could easily take it back from El Salvador.
And we see a little bit of a
little bit of lag.
We should be getting Phil starting in 5th place. And I remember this one being a time trial track way back when.
It was a time trial track. It was a manual drift track actually because of the walls. So unfortunately, I think a lot of people are going to use drift button here.
I think there's a reset.
Oh, there's a reset. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the Wario there, but so far, very strong start for Germany. Only a 3 race. Honestly, like 2-3-4 races in like Mario Kart Tour are not like they're not as like vital as an MKWC or like maybe 8 Deluxe because just the point margins in general is very, very small.
Yeah, indeed. Similar to Mario Kart 7 as well. As we mentioned previously, Mario Kart 7 has this, and Mario Kart Tour have very similar point systems. So, if any of your... What's up?
I just saw Philish's all cup ranking score. So much better than mine.
Yeah. I mean, Philish, I think, plays a lot of ACR, so it's expected. Grim's going back up for Team Germany, so probably get back started in a little bit.
I think we'll be going back to Paris Promenade 3R. What are your, I guess, besides, I mean, we talked about it being a front-running track, but what are your, like, personal opinions on the track itself?
For Paris Promenade 3R, I would say I agree with you in the sense it's a front-running track. As we saw in Race 1, Team Germany had a very early lead, and that just kind of kept all the way throughout the second lap. And, well, as we showed, that just, it showed just Paris Promenade 3R. It doesn't really have a lot of shortcuts, and it's just an early front-run track.
Yeah. So in other versions, I know there's like a little bit of a. I think there's like a Prana plant like cutout. I think is that what you call it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can like break that. I mean, you could say that is a cut, but you can honestly take that in first if you have like a green or like any like basically just a green shell, and you can just like snipe it out and then easily take that cut. If we do go to Paris Promenade 3, I think normal or maybe trick version, we might see that. I think it's just 3 actually, because I think normally people take the glider on 3T, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for 3T, because so for Paris Promenade 3T, there is no Piranha Plant cutout, so people will typically take the glider to go over the fence in order to take the shortcut, which does save quite a bit of time.
Yeah. Right now, 7 in at the moment. I think I like how they're. I like the badges. So if you can see the badges on El Salvador, it's all
of them
E.
they're all E. I like that team spirit. That's what we need to see.
Yeah, it's funny because E rank's like the lowest rank. In like it's like in this like kind of worldwide system in Mario Kart Tour. Kind of funny, but like they're definitely all better than E rank players for sure. And as we mentioned, going back to Paris Promenade 3R. And I really like Filch's character here, not going the pink shy guy, repping
Baby Mario Enjoyer rather than all the pink shy guy and Baby Peach common. Actually, I think now Baby Mario was a new character actually compared to all the other characters like Baby Peach and Shy Guy, so not a lot of people are using them.
You know, I know Filch is a huge whale, so yeah.
It is what it is.
I mean, hey, if he has the money, he can use it. As you see, Filch, very strong lead in first place right now.
Better watch out for 2, 3, 4 though. Yep, as we see, top 3 now for El Salvador, top 2. Yeah. Well, it's getting fought over, so.
Yeah, right on cue though. Nice call out there. Yeah, you have to be careful of 2, 3, 4, especially in this game where. You can easily get delivered. Ooh, that's like a nice green.
It's still top 2 for them.
Starting 4th. Oh my god.
This up. Okay.
And I think one of Emmanuel got hit out.
No, yeah, Emmanuel got slowed down a bit. Didn't get hit out, but slowed down a bit. And never mind coming up there and just putting a huge threat on El Salvador's 1-3. I think Phil's just holding this he's holding this for the very end. Never mind, gets hit. Still though, that's on cue for Phyllis to just come right up and eliminate El Salvador's top 2.
Yeah, I think he might have.
Place now.
I don't think he struck early. He has to be careful at the ending though. There might be double reds for him.
Is it gonna be a red? That's a red.
Yeah.
Top 2 for El Salvador.
That's very unfortunate. Phil doing the best he could to get first, but unfortunately pulled double coins and double gets redded out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the risk, taking first place a little bit early there. And 3, 4, 7, 8, or that 3, 4, 6, 7. Excuse me. For Germany.
That's a huge win for El Salvador, especially with the top 2. Automatically, when you get top 2, you get 18 points. And considering that the total amount of points you can have in a race is 39, that's almost already half of the points that you need in order to. So big race for them.
Yeah, I think we are hopefully we get to see this course, but yeah, I think I don't know what you think. Do you think Phil should have held that star a little bit longer?
I think ultimately it's complicated because it goes along with this the idea of the butterfly effect, where it's like some small decisions in the past impact the future. Holding that star, I think, he used it, in my opinion, in the correct way because he got into first. Just the unlucky situation of pulling double coins. So he could have held it a bit, or he could have waited or used it immediately. Either way, double coins would have honestly redded him out. So
he's in a it's okay though. He's in a prime position in this track to
yeah, exactly.
Hopefully this goes through.
Maybe we won't be able to play this track if it keeps loading.
Yeah.
Are we seeing a DC?
Yeah, we're just the speedometers speedometing. I don't know what it's doing there. But
yeah, that's a
unfortunate
disconnect.
DC right
That's
there.
this time it's a room crash, which means that normally, so for Mario Kart Tour, there's only I think it's 2 room resets per team that they ask for. But if it's a room crash, then that means it doesn't count for either team. So now we're just having a room reset overall, so it doesn't count against either team.
Yeah. So as we are, I guess, waiting for the room to come up, we should talk about this group actually, because we will be casting every single match in this group in this block. Right now, we are in Group 9. El Salvador is the first. El Salvador and Spain are both 1-0. El Salvador beat, I believe, Bolivia by 46.
Wow.
And Spain beat Germany by, I believe, 12.
Yeah, I casted at the match. That was a very close. That was a very close match. Very fun to cast, actually. A lot of exciting things happened during that match. If you guys haven't seen that, be sure to go ahead and check that out. I had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah, and then Germany 1-1. Lost by 12, I believe, and then I think won only against Bolivia by 4. So they do have a -8 differential going in. And honestly, differential could matter here because this is a very tight group. So Bolivia, even though they're 0-2, they had pretty strong performances. I know the El Salvador match, it was actually pretty close until the very end where El Salvador kind of broke away. But I remember it was like pretty back and forth until the last few races. And Bolivia also played Germany insanely close. Just couldn't get the lead. But was always within striking distance to beat Germany, but unfortunately could not pull it off at the very end. But even though they are 0-2, they are still a very, very formidable team.
Indeed, yeah. So we can actually take a look at the next cup that our teams are going to be playing. We had the Firebro Cup before, which we saw both races being Paris Promenade 3R due to the disconnects, but now we are going to be seeing the new cup, which is the Ice Mario Cup, and those tracks are going to be 3DS Rocker Mountain R, SNES Donut Plains 2, and Paris Promenade 3RT, which means that, so on Paris Promenade, notably speaking, on Paris Promenade 3RT, we will be seeing a glider respawn to be used because in the middle of the track, what players can do is they can dip down on the glider and they respawn to the other side. And then because respawning is so fast in this game, use their shroom after they respawn and ultimately save around 2 to 3 seconds. It's really useful.
And it kind of changes it kind of changes like what type of track it is, because normally Paris Promenade 3 is a front running track, but the respawn also allows you to dodge shocks, which is I don't think we've seen any teams have done yet, but you can use the respawn.
We're getting right started right now, so yeah, as you mentioned before, that's also a great way to dodge shocks for the respawns. So yeah, for Rock Mountain, unfortunately, Phyllis does not get a shroom, but still, I think El Salvador both get shrooms, so top 2 for them. Great, especially that Rock Mountain R only has one major shortcut, which is at the beginning of lap 2 and lap 1.
I do like the Nisk actually from Philish. Very, very hard Nisk to do for a lot of players, but him being the time trialer he is, of course, he knows how to do that Nisk.
Yeah. I don't see an item from El Salvador in the second place. He might be able to throw red here.
Yeah, he does, and
taken out.
Connects right there. Now top 2.
And with a red shell. Oh, the red shell going after him. Both double reds. That's going to give, I think, El Salvador a top 2. No, but that's going to have first place. The blue shell, that's going to take out, and on the ramp, so that's going to take out El Salvador in first place.
Ooh. Yeah, the blue shell on the ramp is insanely brutal. We see Philish going to do this Nisk now. Again, he gets a mushroom. He has to be careful for this red, though.
Only one in top in 134 right now for El Salvador.
I think he might get redded out here. Unless he put the red.
Oh, but he gets hit by the banana. That sucks.
He gets double reds, though.
Might be able to connect to second place if able to play this correctly.
Top 2 forward coming out for El Salvador. This is not good at all. And there's not really much catch-up potential. Unless a shock happens, I don't see this being a really good race for Germany.
Oh, this is definitely not going to be a good race for Germany. Oh, good call on Philish on holding the red shell. He might need to hold this red shell because he just doesn't want to get redded. Might be a top 2-4 for El Salvador. Again, as if this lead wasn't big enough for El Salvador being 4. Now we see a top. Oh, that's a bottom 2 for Germany.
Ooh, that's not good at all.
Wow.
Actually strange to see a bottom 2 coming out for them.
Yeah, that's weird. I think both teams bagged, so that's unsure why that happened. Still, that's a
hopefully
huge
not a
race.
disconnect from Germany. So
That was not a disconnect because I saw the positions change from 7th and 8th place. So that's probably a legitimate legitimate bottom 2 that happened.
wow.
Oh, with that said, that's pretty huge. So Germany needs to come back up with this, and they have the perfect track to come up with this. SNES Donut Plains 2, very short track. We might not see either team bag here.
I mean, we've seen some teams bag, but
Yeah.
because there are, I believe, 3 sets here, so some teams do bag here. But very short track and a very shroom heavy track. We might see some players go up for the triple shroom character over the heart character. Here.
It really just depends on how you use that special item. If you're using triple shroom character, you need to make sure that you're using the triple shroom to your advantage. Whereas if you're using the heart character, you better make sure that you're in a heart at all times, so that way if there ever is a shock, then you're going to be prepared for it.
And still waiting on the room. Hopefully we don't
will there
have
be
another disconnect.
This will be very unfortunate if we have another disconnect.
I just want to say though, like the load, like I mean, we have a lot of waiting time. A lot. Oh, there is another one.
Disconnect.
This from El Salvador. You know what makes the disconnect a little less painful though?
Is that so quick to join back?
That and also the music's really good in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, disconnects are not that bad in this game. I believe they. Oh God, Phil, stop, please.
Oh, please just leave the room already. We
This is
want
an MKA where you spam mirror. Mirror isn't that useful in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, disconnects throughout. Maybe the the servers for MK Tour maybe not kind of having some rough times, but it's okay. It's okay. We will power through. Carry on.
Was that the same? Was that for the same team that with disconnect?
I think it might be.
That
hopefully. That means I think they're out of resets.
Yeah, they're out of resets if that's the case.
But yeah, I'm actually glad that Phil plays with music because you know what the worst part about this thing is though? Like literally like it could have been any like they brought back Paris, which honestly, in my opinion, is not the best sounding track. I mean, you had in Vancouver, which I understand why they don't bring it back because it's summer.
Yeah,
it's not winter. But Paris Promenade, the music honestly reminds me of Mario Party music, which is
yeah.
it sounds like something from a Mario Party game. While like we have Los Angeles Labs, which is amazing.
Dude, like Los Angeles Labs is a bop, dude. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I
if
love
you guys
that.
want to like search it up,
search it up
after the stream. You guys can.
Yeah, well, Los Angeles Labs. That is, dude. There's the one thing I hate about tour specific tracks is that they're basically never brought back unless there's a specific tour for it. And in Los Angeles Labs case, I wish they brought it back. I want to hear that track again.
Yeah. Unfortunately, unfortunately, we're not gonna get that. We're going to Rock Mountain, and again, as we mentioned, besides the NISC at the beginning, not really a pretty heavy front running track. Flush does get the shroom this time, so as well
Germany
as Nevermind.
Nevermind also get the shroom. That's top 2 starting for them.
So complete mirror from the last race. Actually, this actually will be good. Let's see if they can keep the top 2. 3, 4, 5 behind the German top 2. So
yeah, we
have to be careful.
Yeah, and El Salvador is also staying in 8th place, so there might be a chance of a shock for that team.
You are correct here, and Phil has to be careful right now. This is a very deadly section for like random green snipes.
Yeah, random greens, all the walls everywhere. They're gonna be bouncing. Bomb. That's a great. As if one wasn't enough, we got 2 of them.
Dude, that's the second time I've seen that from El Salvador, which is insane.
Oh, they're so dangerous, dude. Nice back from Philish. Unfortunately, does not connect.
Hopefully he gets a shroom here for his sake. Another red.
Another
Doesn't
red.
take the Nisk, unfortunately. He might try to red the guy in third.
Yeah, it might be going red. Yep.
Yeah,
And
he
the red-
does.
the red connects, so that's a top 2 break for Team Germany now. If there's not a shock,
star though.
yeah,
in the
so
back.
that's a heart for El Salvador as well. No shocks being used, so they probably don't have it.
I think he broke the heart right there, if I'm not mistaken. I heard the noise for that. And
Yeah.
top tier right now. This is scary again. This K section is so deadly.
Yeah, takes out the trail. Is there going to be another red from them?
The banana. No.
No, and double reds. It's going to be a
Feels
top
like
2 for
so
them.
many reds.
It's going to keep a top 2 from the. Oh, he exited out of the app. Oh, he exited.
God.
Oh my God, Philish, you
This
better
is-
be careful there.
This is why androids are supreme.
Yeah, no.
This is why android I believe in
Okay,
android
that-
supremacy.
for
Because
this-
you don't have that mistake when you're not on
Oh.
it. When you're on, you have that mistake when you have an iPhone.
Oh, okay. So, for those who are not regular Mario Kart Tour players, what Philish just did is accidentally exit out of his app. When you exit out of the app in this game, your cart stops, like on everyone else's screen. So, as a result, what happens is Phil was basically stuck in time for like a second or two. As a result, one of El Salvador ends up coming up and passing him. But thankfully, Philish has a red shell and reds El Salvador, keeping the top 2. That's a funny clip.
Dang, Phil with the BM right there. With just exiting out of the app just to
Yeah,
do that.
that was really funny. Oh, that was a good
Sorry.
laugh.
I have to compose myself after that.
Yeah.
We are going to Donut Plains 2 now. And yes, we are getting to see a second track from the store.
Yeah, we are seeing the second track. No more disconnects. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Knock on wood, knock on wood.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah. Philish, yeah, getting a shroom right there. You
Yeah.
can take that, cut right there and establish an early front run right now. And,
Yeah. Never mind supporting Philish. Oh, and it gets redded, so that means Never mind's the only one up there.
2-3 though. So
again,
you have to be careful.
Again, El Salvador is still trying to compete for 8th place. Shock's probably gonna happen for them at some point.
Oh, a star. That's a really good pull.
that's such a good
especially in
pull.
this track.
Yeah.
We see them holding dodges.
Yeah, one of them with a mega as well, and holding it. This might be considering it shock from them.
Yeah.
The only reason why they're not using it is because the mega is being used. Might be a good idea for Philish to maybe use a star to counter it.
He has to be careful with the mega.
Yeah, be careful. Why is he not getting hit? I have no idea why.
Oh, he's holding it for the end.
Never mind. Keep holding it. Might be a good idea to use the star now.
Yeah, he's got
Philish is getting
first.
first place now. Yeah. Is Nevermind going to support him?
1-3.
Does only gets third, but that's still fine. As long as you get first, that's at least a winning race.
I think this is as long as you get 1-3, I think that is locked for a winning race. It's a very small winning race.
Yeah, very small. Actually, I think it's only a +1.
Yeah, it is a +1,
Yeah.
I believe. But I mean, with how close this match is, you take every point you get right there.
Yeah, that's great.
Phil with Phil was not scared of those trails. I don't know how he went through the green right there. I thought he was gonna get hit.
Phantom in the making, just does not get hit by any items.
Like a ninja going through that pack, weaving through that
Weaving
pack
and eliminating the enemy.
Yeah.
Stealth. Okay. We got Paris Promenade 3 RT. As I mentioned earlier, this has a glider respawn. So this track turns from a front running track to a track where you pray that you get a shroom first set and then front run later. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep, Phil unfortunately starting in 8th place.
That is a lovely 7th place combo.
So I mean, we can talk about it a little bit. Why would someone go that insane combo right there?
Well, what I've imagined, if I remember correctly, that is a jump boost cart. So carts in this game have stats where, depending on, for instance, there's like carts that have extra drift boosts, there's carts that have extra trick boosts, and I believe that big truck or motor or something has a trick boost. And as we see there, that's a glider respawn, as we mentioned. Village taking the first place lead very quickly on. No protection now. So if second place has a red shell, it's going to be a top 2 for El Salvador. Don't see
back there. I don't see anything there.
No,
so
I saw nothing. That's the blue shell. That's okay. That's.
I think Carlos got hit by the blue shell.
Yeah, Carlos got hit. Oh, better watch out. We're gonna get redded.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Redded. That's top 2, and third and second has a mushrooms and the back. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That's a top 3.
El Salvador playing all this, and what a terrible pull run.
Yeah, that sucks.
Takes the respawn though. He dodges.
Oh, dodges. Wait, was that a shock in front? I couldn't see.
I think so, and
I think that was a shock.
I think they'll get top 2 from this. Oh no, he won't.
No. Yeah, that's gonna be so close.
Still,
I think 134. Yeah, 134. Yeah, I think that was a shock from. I think it was like from 6th place. I thought that was a star.
Yeah, I think that was a shock up there. Very good pull right there. And as we mentioned, you know, the respawn it changes this front running track into a shock track actually.
Yeah.
You saw him dodge the respawn. Also, we noticed, I think one of the Germany members, I believe it was the Peach, was actually and normally it's faster to go down and hit the ground immediately, but he holds up to keep his speed for the glider.
Yeah, to keep for the glider. Yeah, it's a smart move.
Yeah, so very, very smart coming out from Germany. Very smart shock play. Very high level shock play, and it's insane that we're actually seeing this. Kind of shocking to see this in. Oh god,
yeah. Very funny, dude.
It was intentional. It was intentional.
It was intentional, of course.
Or unintentional. I'm sorry.
No.
It's shocking to see this sort of.
You made a good pun. It's okay. Accept it.
It's funny to see this sort of play in play-ins, high level play-ins. But that's what you get when you have a very high level player on your team. We are going to Paris Promenade 3. Kind of that, as I mentioned, I think earlier in the cast, that cardboard card out at the beginning of the track. No one will take it.
We see it straight in front right now. Yeah, no one's gonna take it because you need a mushroom or an item like a red shell or a green shell or a bomb
or
to
even a
take
heart.
that out.
A lot of things.
A lot of things. And
speaking of
green shell, early top 3 for Germany, and especially on a track where the only shortcut is the one where we just mentioned. That's gonna probably solidify a good lead for them in the beginning.
And if he takes that out for himself, he can also take it out for his teammate as well. So they can maintain that top 2. Unfortunately, his teammate gets hit out. So we will see if he does do it.
It's gonna be risky because you don't know if you should hold the screen for the red shell. Yeah, there's a red shell right there, and we don't know if there's another red though. Again, 2-3 for El Salvador. He's gonna get redded. No, he doesn't. I would have chained that mushroom. Yeah, he has
protection.
He's vulnerable though. If second has a red shell, could easily get taken out. Notably speaking, if we look at 8th place, El Salvador's just been holding there for so long. Surprisingly, there's no shock from them.
I mean, this pack is crazy right now. We see a lot of movement in the minimap, but you know, our boy Phyllis right here, kind of just chilling in first right now.
Run, yeah. No blue shells in sight, just holding in.
Oh, the back's on the line. Might hit someone.
I don't think it hit anyone. Still.
Oh, it hit the shy guy. I think.
I don't know if it hit the shy guy. I think the Daisy just went fast or decided to hit him on their own. Again, another +1 for Team Germany.
And,
that's a +1 for Team Germany.
Right, and again, you know, very, very close match. It's kind of reminiscent of the Germany-Bolivia match where we're kind of the opposite, where Bolivia kind of like had to inch back and forth. Germany doing the same, this time against El Salvador. But you know, hopefully for their sake it ends differently with Germany W, because this match is insanely important for Germany.
Indeed, yeah, especially with the 1-1. If they're able to win this next match, then like right here, then in the next one including as well, they could move on from play-ins.
Yeah, so this is Germany's last match in a 2-1. I think would almost guarantee them making it out, but you know, you never know.
Yeah.
In these round robin formats. And right now, I think it's RMX Rainbow Road 2, right?
Yeah, it's RMX Rainbow Road 2T, so that means we'll be seeing a lot of trick ramps and a lot of mushrooms too.
Used to be a huge bagging track.
Used to be a
now,
huge bagging track because of the respawns, but now they got patched out. So now it's just a front run track. And as we do see, front run early from Team Germany, a top 3.
And Philish has to, I think Philish has to get this hard out immediately.
Yeah, he has to get this hard immediately. 4th place is just way too risky. There's the gap. Speaking of which, there's a green. No, doesn't get hit.
Oh my goodness,
that's just MKT lag. No, that is not MKT lag. The Daisy just got hit out.
And that's a really bad hit out right there.
That's a really bad. And double hearts for El Salvador, for Carlitos. Not going to get hit out. Going to just stay there, just constantly.
He's holding this heart for a long time. Maybe he's just holding it for... Oh,
that bomb.
Okay. With the insane bomb type on Philish.
That's still a 1-3. Yeah, that... Oh, they got taken out. Top 3 for El Salvador.
Wow. El Salvador's item play is amazing right now.
Yeah, they played aggressive and defensive to the point where... Oh, is that bomb going to connect? Unfortunately, it does not hit anyone. So, we do... Yeah, so Nevermind is coming up there and just staying in the top 3. Will he be able to make some damage off there?
Oh, that's
a great pull. Is he good?
Be careful, Steve.
Yeah, be careful, be careful.
Oh,
Philish, no! Philish!
That little bit of 2-3-4.
Again, another... Oh, wow, that just happens too many times. That's the endgame TV nerves that's happened. It's top 2 for El Salvador.
I feel so bad for him. This is the second time he's done this. It's the same thing. Gliders.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Gliders are so hard to control in this game.
Well, yeah, you need to swipe your screen, and you don't know if you're gonna like use items accidentally. So, yeah.
I mean that, but like, you really don't have that much control on the glider section compared to like when you do on driving. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, very unfortunate for Philish. Happening again for him, and that actually turns that kind of changes the war right there.
Yeah. Calamari Desert 2R. We're going backwards this time compared to just going the normal route. This track in particular is it's similar to the what is it? It's similar to Paris Promenade 3R, where there's not a lot of shortcuts except for the very end. So if an early front run happens, that could just easily seal the deal.
Yeah, and we see him pulling double shrooms, which is actually a really good pull if he can shroom up here, and he does right now. Nevermind, and Philish again up there. He has to get these red out on to Carlitos. I guess he's holding one red.
Yeah, just holding it. I don't know. He could. Oh, okay.
What happened?
Oh, that's interesting.
I guess he gets hit.
What happened?
Yeah.
If there's a red shell here and pulls a coin,
you could side green them too.
Yes, so probably side green them. Maybe it'd be a good idea if they would.
It's going on top of the tree. Be careful.
Yeah,
don't hit the trail.
There's so many opportunities to green him. I don't know what's happening. Could green him right now.
Oh, he lags the green off of him.
No, that didn't connect.
Maybe double reds here. Gets
no,
one red, unfortunately not. But there's gonna be a lot of people coming up.
2 stars, all of El Salvador, and gets hit. That's a top 3 for El Salvador.
Oh no, this is bad for Germany.
Oh no, that's unfortunate for Germany, especially already being at a deficit of 21. Now El Salvador getting another plus 13.
And you mentioned, shortcuts at the end. Stars are insanely powerful at the end. Invincibility.
Yeah, very much so.
You have invincibility. You have you can go to the off road at the end as well, and that 1-4 turned into a top 3 for El Salvador, and they're kind of running away with it right now.
Yeah, they're just going away with this. It's gonna be very hard for Germany to catch up.
And I believe we will be going to Rock Mountain for this next one. Again, this track, I believe, huge off-road cut before the final section. Which
Yeah,
is, we might actually see Philish go dash panel cart here.
Yeah.
Oh no, he doesn't.
No.
I know you would prefer the dash panel.
Yeah,
cart here.
I would most likely prefer the dash panel. If a track has at least like 3 or 4 dash panels, the time difference is so great. It's just honestly worth to just go for it. But still, to each their own. This is still a great card to pick. Lower hitbox as well, so no green snipes there might not be a lot of green snipes off of Philish.
And we see early top 2, but there is a lot of chaos at this first set.
And,
Philish is getting hit.
yeah.
He does have a shroom though, so he could take the cut. He might opt to chain this though as well.
Might be chaining it. There's a lot of good 6th place items. 1, 2, 4 for El Salvador. The great lead. However, this lead doesn't really mean a big for
That's
a lot for them.
Unfortunate pull right there.
That's actually a good pull though, as long as you have a shroom to take the cut, because not only seeking El Salvador, I don't see any shrooms from them. So
Ooh, you are correct right there. So they might opt to
they opt to just take the cut.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you see that just top 3 or 2
Yeah,
3, 4
2, 3, 4. First place is gonna have a lot of pressure on them.
And you see the guy, he might just
Another
immediately dip
shroom.
down
I would
here.
hold this for the cut next lap. This might be in first place for Philish.
What is? Ooh,
Very
Philly.
okay,
Philish.
flex.
Okay. I see what you're doing.
Okay, opts to use the shroom. It's still a good. It's still a good play. Is that
Double
double coin?
first. Yeah, that is.
Oh, this is gonna be the end of
map the
Carlitos.
collector.
Okay, yes, that was a great play for Carlitos. If he went off the glider and got redded, end of him. That is the end. Cannot catch up.
And this is actually good for him because he drops to 3rd. He might pull a shroom and pass the top 2 from Germany.
So, while yes, we see top 2 from Germany, again, that shortcut's so powerful. We might see a lot of El Salvador catch up at the very end.
But Nevermind might have a shroom of himself, so he might get the first place.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
That's a top
doesn't.
2. Oh, is the green snipe gonna happen? It gets ghost trailed. The red, that's another top 2 for El Salvador. Oh, is that a top 3? No, it's not. Ooh, never mind. Cat coming up, breaking that top 3, so great on them. Oh, wow, okay, 4th place then. Yeah.
That could have been a lot worse for Germany.
That could have been a lot worse, yeah.
But I think they might be out of it at this point.
Nah, yeah, I think, how many races? I think we have...
We're on race 10 right now, so after this, there'll be 2 races. If they're down by more than 38 or 37, they cannot win. They can maybe tie if they're only... But 1, 3, 5, 8. We will see the math shortly. And honestly, team effort from El Salvador. Everyone putting in their work. In El Salvador.
Yeah, there's no real dominant players. Well, every player is dominant, but it's great because if you see every teammate putting in their equal share, that shows a lot of chemistry. So that's great job on them. Donut Plains 2R. So again,
this could actually be a really, I would honestly
shift
just
the
all
score.
run. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
all run.
if I were Germany. This is kind of desperation mode right now to get out of the groups.
Ooh, I think the math was finished. I think, yeah, Germany is down by 31. They could still win, but they need huge races for these next 2. So, for instance, yeah, they need to get around a top, not even a top 3-7. They can't bag anymore if they want to win.
Do you know if it's race 10 or race 11? This one.
I believe we're now on race 8, but we had 2 DCs. So I think
we are race 11.
It's race 11. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this needs to be a huge German win right now.
Yeah, it needs to be huge then.
Fortunately, top 3.
Yeah,
right
and
now.
they want to win, but that's a top 3 from El Salvador.
And I mean, this track kind of has some comeback, but it's not as big of a
Not
comeback.
as big as what is. Oh, that's a 2-3-4. Take anything.
Hey, but I don't think
They need a chain reds on them. They hit one of El Salvador. That's good.
No, I think, yeah, and 2-3 right now, but unfortunately, that's not gonna be good enough.
2-3. Oh, he needs to take the snipe.
Yeah, you gotta go big or go home.
Go. He went big. He went big. That's a,
And he gets a
bottom 2 for El Salvador, but the positions are shifting very quickly.
Oh no, it's a 2-3-4.
Oh, 2-3-4 for El Salvador. This ending might do it. This ending might do it. He has to back. No, he gets right through his trail. That's game. That's game. That's
And
game.
I think El Salvador is. I think this actually is really good for El Salvador.
Well, they won.
Yeah,
they can't.
But like, I think that maybe seals the group. Actually,
Really, yeah.
yeah. El Salvador, I believe, are 2-0 going into this.
Oh, then that's a 3-0 for them if they. Well, they're gonna be winning
Sorry,
this.
1-0,
So.
my bad.
Oh, they're 1-0. Okay, so this will be 2-0 for them, and that means they have one more match after this. If they're able to beat that, could seal the groups of that.
Yeah, I believe the deficit is too much for Germany to. Yeah, 39. That's not. Unfortunately, I believe that will be the final time we will be seeing Germany in this World Cup. I don't think they're playing in any of the future matches, but it's crazy because we expected Germany to make it out of this group. I think they were seeded to make it out of this group, but El Salvador
complete comeback. So
yeah,
wow.
and it's not just one player. Like I mentioned Carlitos being the superstar, but Emmanuel and Bornleft are doing a very good job in supporting him this war, and this is truly a team effort.
Yeah. So I guess this race right here is just gonna be for fun. Who will win the last race of this? As we already know that the
Germany's swan song right here.
This is they play really well. Both teams have played exponentially beyond expectations when it comes to that.
I think both of these teams could have made it. Like if Germany was put in a different group, they could have definitely made it out. Unfortunately, got put in a group with a very strong El Salvador and Costa Rica team as well, and not to mention Bolivia, also a very, very good team as well. So we will see Philish with the star in fourth right now, and
this is actually a win for Philish if he just doesn't.
He might get redded out though.
Yeah, he might get redded. I would hold this and then use it right here. I would use this right now. Make sure beware of this red.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the last second. Not even the last second, the last frame.
Yeah.
That's all. That's why.
Phil's ending with first. Unfortunately, his team getting bottom 3. But I think that'll be it for Germany.
Yeah.
They're still a very strong team. A lot of these players are also very new, so hopefully we will see them around in the Mario Kart, like in the seasonal leagues and whatnot. And hopefully they all still play because they are very, very strong. I'm very, very impressed with this group going in. But El Salvador, I believe, are 2-0 right now.
Yeah, very great for them.
I believe the next match is gonna be a battle between them and Spain, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, yeah, that's huge. Spain's a very, if I remember correctly, Spain also beat Germany. So both teams coming off of a win from Germany, going to be playing against each other.
Actually, I'm sorry. I do apologize. We will be seeing Spain versus Bolivia first.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
So Bolivia actually could make this group interesting if they do win. I believe they are 0-2 right now. They could be 1-2, and if they beat Spain, actually, I think Germany might still have a chance.
Oh, really?
It will be very unlikely, but because they do have the negative differential. But yeah. All right. So before we get into that Spain Bolivia match, we will be taking a